everyone, this is Heather with the TEC, and in this video we're going to go over how to create an analytic rubric. So to begin with, I'm in my course, and if I click on assignments and then rubrics, that will take me to the rubrics page. You can see here I've already started creating one rubric. To begin a new rubric, we would just click on the new rubric button here. And following along with this page, first you want to give a name to the rubric, and I'm just going to call this test rubric. And then under the status, you have several options here. The first one is draft, which is the initial status of a rubric, and draft rubrics are not published or available for new associations. You also have a published, which means associations can be made with this rubric, and once a rubric has an association, you cannot change the rubric's name, description, levels, or criteria. So once you publish the rubric and associate it, you cannot change some things. You would have to either copy the rubric or create a new one. And then there's archived, which they don't appear in the search results, the default search results, and are not available for new associations. Only existing associations with archived rubrics remain functional. And you can change the status of the rubric at any time. So I'm just going to leave this one as draft. Then you have a description if you wanted to put a description in for the rubric. And then down here, if you remember in the previous video, we talked about two different types of rubrics. There's holistic and analytic. Holistic was a single performance-based rubric, and analytic is what the majority of rubrics are. They allow you to break it down into multiple criteria and assess each criteria separately. So we're going to create an analytic. So after you choose the type of rubric you want to create, we have a couple options here. Analytic, we are able to choose the number of levels and the number of criteria. So the number of levels is the different things that you want to grade them on, and then the criteria are the different columns of criteria, so poor, excellent, good, and we'll go into the other rubric I've already began, and I'll show you this more over there. I just wanted to go over these settings with you. So I'm just going to leave those the default for now, and then the scoring method, you can choose to either score it on text only, points, or custom points. I think the majority of them are points. You might even do custom points if you want the criteria to be, if you want the levels to be graded on different point levels. The one that we created, that I've already got created, is a points based, so I'm going to leave it points here. And if you want to read more about what each thing is, you can click on the little help item there, and it explains it to you. And then if you do a holistic rubric, you also have percentages as an option. You can choose to hide the scores from students, and then if you want to allow associations with competencies, which we'll go over in a future video, you can leave that check there, and then you would click save. So I'm going to close out of here, and we are going to go into the rubric that I've already created. So here's the rubric that I've already created, and I really should have set it up as custom points, because if you look here, these have actually, some of them are 15, some of them are 20, 25, but I didn't. I just did it as points based, and so I believe everything is on a 15-point value. But you can see here's my my levels and then my criteria. So let's go into this rubric here, and we're going to edit levels and criteria because I haven't filled everything out, so I could show you how to do that. So you can see here are my levels And I have criterion 4 and, level 2 here that I still need to do. So we're going to go down here to criteria 4, and to edit it, I just click on the action menu and go to edit criteria. And then if I scroll down, I can see here's my levels with distinguished, proficient, emerging. So the title of this one is Analysis and Evaluation. And then distinguished is that first description. So proficient, I need to, and I'm just copying and pasting the rubric that I have over here. And save. So it really makes it easier if you already have this rubric set up in like a Word document or something to have an idea of how you're going to lay it out. The last level here we need to do, like I said, is not evident. So we need to click here to edit that level. And the title is not evident. The total points they can get here is 10. My rubric here, I just want to show you. So here's not evident, and then here are the criteria. So I'm actually missing some of these descriptions, and I'm going to copy and paste those descriptions over. So application of course concepts, mechanics, and proper citation I need. And okay. Alright, so I have everything copy and pasted here, and we're going to click save. So here is my almost finished rubric. You can see I still have to do mechanics and proper citation, but I'll save those for later. You can do several things here. You can add more criteria. You can add another level. You can add a criteria group if you have a group of criteria. You can also reorder and reverse the level order. Any of these items that you need to work with, you just click on the action menu, and you can either edit the criteria group, or you can add criteria above or below. So these same options that you have here will also be listed in the drop-down menu. So if I actually wanted to edit this criterion, you would click the action menu and then click on one of these items here. So if you want to preview the rubric, you can click on the action menu here and click on preview. And the preview is loaded for you to view. We scroll down to the bottom, we can click on close and go back to the main rubrics page. To change the status of the rubric, you can click on the action menu next to the name of the rubric and then choose the status from here. You can also preview it and view statistics, or go back into your edit properties or edit levels and criteria. You can also use this to copy the rubric. And if you want to delete the rubric, you just check the box here and choose the trash can. So that's it for rubrics. In the next video, we'll go into detail about how to make associations with competencies and applying the rubric to the different tools in Desire to Learn, like your Dropbox or quizzes or discussion topics.